Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Ill Informers podcast. I'm Elyott Ryan. I'm here with my best buds, Darren and Nash. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Outstanding.
Pretty good. It's been a while. I feel like
Yeah.
it feels like it's been a while.
Too long.
So much
You
has
know?
happened. I mean, in the last 2 weeks since we last recorded.
I've eaten too much crap. That's what I've done.
Mhm.
Nash, you probably feel the same.
What the fuck
I
is
would
that supposed to mean?
I'm just judging by your face.
Nash, you look rather bloated. Oh.
I am so angry that
um,
you fuckers just teamed up on me.
That's right.
It's-
It
we
looks
gotta
good.
pay you
It
back.
looks like, do you have a 200 mil lens on there? It looks very 200 mil lens sort of day.
It's a 50 mil.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah.
but
Never know.
I've eaten too much fruit this week.
What?
My
Oh, let's slow down.
I got a bag of cherries and I just devoured the entire thing and I couldn't stop. I think I'm depressed. I don't know.
You've really, you know how to dig right into the like some people go out and be like, oh, I got a bag of Coke or a bunch of beer, or I just, like totally Elliott's like I went into got some organic cherries. I sat down and ate them all.
I hate cherries. Cherries are the
What?
worst.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my
I have
God.
a very firm fruit roll. The work to taste ratio has to be just right. Cherries, there's a pit.
What?
It's not worth the work.
Is
Yeah.
It's not.
It's
It's definitely not that hard, Nash. It's not like a. Do you know what fruit would be like a pomegranate? That's hard. Like
here. Let me
fuck
see. This is the
Mhm.
cherry pit. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
I don't like cherries that much to it's not worth it for me that
what
effort.
what kind of fruit? Well, so what is your favorite fruit then?
Okay, the perfect fruits, especially taste to work ratio that I will put up with.
a soft pear. Oh,
No, it's a
feels
strawberry.
great on my gums.
Strawberry has a 10 out of 10 taste, and the work is about like a 6 because you got the thing on it. Banana, on the other hand, there has to be at least like a 3-point difference in work. So where a banana's taste is like a 6, but it's a work of like 2, so it's easy to, not a lot of work. Apples are like okay, but they're a little bit more work.
I think
So it depends on what
strawberries
I'm
are.
doing,
I think
'cause you get
strawberries
your
are more
hands
work.
sticky, and then you can't do anything. So if I'm at a computer, I can't eat an apple because I can't just be eating an apple and touch the keys, and then I got to clean the keys, which means I got to shut down my computer.
Well, I think you're overthinking. Do you eat when you get the banana?
Mhm.
Then do you eat it like the stem? Do you hold on to the stem and then peel it from the top?
I get rid of the whole peel, and then I just have the
Eat
raw
it with
banana.
a knife and fork, like
That
they
gets
told
your
you in the
hand dirty.
Emily.
That's reckless.
Bananas are good because bananas are a pant wipe. I can pant wipe, and then it's gone. Then it's over. It's like it never happened.
You must
Any
have
fruit.
Apples, on the other hand, there's a little bit more sugar. I don't know what it is. It seems it gets on you and you can't get it off, and then I need water.
Are you a big blackberry guy? Blackberry is pretty good. Like out here, super ripe blackberries, no work. Pluck them off.
That's true. Yeah, I'm not a fan of
Blackberries-
blackberries. Any sort of
blackberries. You have to be
raspberries.
worried about stains.
That's
Yeah,
true.
That's true. What about tomatoes? Tomatoes. I mean, because technically they're a fruit. So
Shut up. I hate when people say that. Who cares?
So it's cucumber.
It's actually a fruit. Did you know that? I'm not ragging on you. I'm just ragging on people who think I don't know that already.
No, I understand.
You know what I mean?
What fruit initially caused this? I forget already. I have ADD, but
Cherries.
We were talking about cherries.
Okay, so that's how short-term memory loss works, guys. So cherries. One fruit I cannot abide is plums. Disgusting. That's the only.
Apricots are worse.
Do you think? But it's the sour around the skin is
I like
just.
a plum.
Oh, fucking!
I'll
It's
eat
got
a
a
plum.
pit. The pit's bigger than a cherry. Don't have a problem with that.
I'll eat a plum if it's outside, like if I'm at a
And-
lake or something. Then, because I'm not worried about getting everywhere, and then I can just put my hand in the body of water.
You're like me with smoking. You're like, I love smoking, but it has to be perfect. Like it's gonna be like on a beach, sun setting,
Yeah.
beer in my hand. It's like then I'll have a cigarette. You're like, that's the same. You're like I'll have a nectarine, but it's got to be on a porch facing south as the sun is just setting over in the east.
I'm also
and the-
not gonna arrange it myself. If somebody's like, "Hey, you want a plum?" I'll be like, "Okay." I'm not gonna get plums. I don't think I've ever bought a plum in my entire life from the grocery store.
I grew up in the Okanagan, so we never paid for fruit. We just stole it. My family and I would just sneak into the orchard at night. My dad would say, "Come on, kids, we're going shopping." And we
Barefoot like hobbits.
we'd go in there with old garbage bags and collect all
your
the
hairy
cherries
toes.
and- yeah.
And then so like how you no, I don't know. I was gonna say that it has to be just right, just like when I suck a dick, it has to be just right. Like I would suck a like if I have to go through any hardship, I wouldn't suck a dick. But like if it was right there, we were both in the water, the dick was, it's
go out of your way. You start from the top, you peel the skin back, and then you like that was a banana reference. And then you gotta make as long as you have like soap and water. Yeah, I get that.
You got to eat a dick the way you're supposed to with a knife and a fork and just chop it up. Otherwise, it's too phallic. Want to give anyone the wrong idea.
Yeah. I hear
I think
that.
pomegranates are the worst one. Pomegranates, like I know the
pomegranates, which they're the
you don't know what a pomegranate is?
They're like the big. See, I don't eat fruit, so I don't care. So pomegranates, like mangoes,
are like the pink one. You like like a giant pink, like almost grapefruit size. You have to cut them, and then inside there's like tiny seeds, and you have the seeds are all covered in like the sheath. It's like layered. And you have to break them up. So you have to slice them in fours. You have to break it off. You have to soak it in water. You have to the skin in between will like rise up to the top. You have to scoop that off.
Nash is asleep right now.
And then you get these you get these tiny little berries that are barely good.
Like pomegranate juice is great, but all the work, like, Nash, if you're out on a cherry pit, then a pomegranate is just, you're like, this is
by the way,
break you as a human being.
Pomegranate juice doesn't help you at all. It's like the biggest health craze, but it doesn't do anything. No,
it's great in a martini.
Antioxidants. No, you're wrong. Anybody who drinks pomegranate juice for their health, you're not doing anything.
What if it makes them feel good though? What's
the placebo effect?
What's the difference? Tell me what the difference is, Elyott. It's like love or God. If it's real to you, that's real.
Yeah, but God isn't. God is the same as pomegranate juice. You can believe it all you want, but there's nothing there when you really pull away the layers.
But what about in your heart, though?
I don't have a heart.
Faith? You require faith. Much
pomegranate juice.
God as you do with pomegranate juice.
God is just a placebo.
Yeah. So the only fruit I eat are apples, strawberries, and bananas. The Holy Trinity.
You don't even eat peaches?
I'll only eat peaches if Kate cuts them up and has them in a bowl, and she's like, "Hey, you want a peach?" And then I can pick it up perfectly by the skin. I pick it up perfectly by the skin.
That is. Oh my God, you're such a wuss. I only want peaches if they're perfect.
Sticky
hands.
I hate sticky. Having my hands sticky. Like if somebody you eat an apple like while you're driving and then you can't stop. It's the worst.
What's your feeling on?
Come on, you clean your hands.
What's your feeling? Yeah, what's your feeling on like fingering a pussy? You're like gross.
I'm not answering that.
Come on.
I'm not answering that.
Nash.
If it's sticky like an apple or a
no, I'm not saying it's sticky. It just
sticky,
gets your hands.
There's some venereal disease or some kind
if it gets your hands moist, a weird feeling on your hands.
That moist is different than sticky.
You like moist fruit. A moist. If the peach is moist, it's fine.
You still have to clean your hand at the end.
Do you?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Do you? Only if you're going to eat a peach after.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a hang up I got.
That seems like if that's your only. That doesn't seem like your only hang up, but if it was you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other. I am quick to anger. That's the other hang up I got.
Yeah. Well, this is why both Elyott and I are treating you with kid gloves today, because you were so angry, so hot coming into this.
Are you're treating me? This is kid gloves.
Yeah,
I
this
like
is kid
I am
gloves with
feeling
it.
a bit prickly, so but it's all with myself. So I don't know.
Do you hate eating like sloppy joes, or you like sloppy
Best.
joes are fine?
No, nothing. Okay,
Tacos? Do you like when it drips down the back
I'm
of your
pretty good.
hand?
I'm pretty good. If I know what I'm getting into, nothing worse than being surprised. When I eat
A surprise taco?
you know, some of those burgers that just explode and fall
Oh.
apart and just like melt in your hand. I get so furious halfway. I didn't realize it was going to be like that. And this means if this burger is falling apart, this means that you've never tried this burger. This means you've been making this burger for years, but you've never actually tried it and been like, "Oh, this experience is horrific. Why would I?"
No,
You-
but
You wouldn't
that's-
you wouldn't survive in the gluten-free world. You would not survive. You can't have that mentality if you're gluten-free. Everything falls apart. A wrap isn't a wrap. It lasts 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like this. It's like Indiana Jones when you're trying to like put the get
Switch
the
out the
idol, switch
gun.
out the idol,
Yeah.
and you never have enough time.
You know what?
You
If
just
I
have-
wasn't,
I literally tried to eat a wrap once, and it literally just like disintegrated, and I literally just ate it with a fork. That's all you have to do.
Did you
if
just
I
kind of
ever-
snake everything? Just
oh yeah.
yeah.
If I'm ever in the gluten-free world, I hope I don't survive. That's not a world I
Very-
want to
it's
Post-
very-
participate in.
in a post-gluten society.
It's
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
dry.
post-gluten
Very
society.
dry.
I'm gonna make sure that world burns. I'll be like
It's
this.
dry yet chewy.
That sounds lovely.
I don't know. I enjoy the experience of like I went to shout out Burger Crush, so good,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
and that burger was like that. There's sauce dripping out and stuff falling out everywhere, and then afterwards you have this like salad on your plate of God knows what it is. You just fold the plate in half and oh, so delicious. You're covered. You're up to your elbows in burger grease. It's wonderful.
You guys hear that music in the background?
Fine,
Oh, good. Okay.
fine.
I just have music in the background. Next door. No, I agree. I feel like if I know I'm getting into, I know sometimes some burgers, like food trucks, are always a risk. If I'm
Mhm.
being honest, I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
You
I
work
think
at a food truck though, don't you?
I did, yeah. And probably the tacos that I did make were particularly exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm. You just
Like
hate
so
your
stuffed full.
I'm sorry, just handing it over to people. I'm sorry, you have to eat this. Oh,
I kind of liked, you know.
let me
some,
watch
like,
you eat my tacos.
Then they're like, do you want some napkins? Like, no, I'm good. I'm like, okay. Have a good drive.
It's terrible when you have to give something like that to your son. You're like, it's like such a messy thing, and you know they're gonna fuck it up so bad, and you're just like, oh, I gotta give it. I gotta let you try, but I know it's gonna go everywhere, and you're just like, this is.
I don't have the patience. Here's what I ended up doing.
You
Elyott,
never
can-
fed your kids, did you, Darren?
No, I'm just like Santa Claus, open your mouth, and then I just toss cherries and see if I could across the room.
Just the pit.
I got a shower curtain, and then I cut it into a circle
For murder?
for murder. I
Okay.
dextered. I had to dexter the floor because my son was like, put the high chair on top of it, and then have a 6 foot, 8 foot radius like shower curtain. So he'd eat, and it's just like Tasmanian devil. And then afterwards, you just can fold up the shower. It's so easy. Elyott, life hack for you.
That's what Nash needs to do in his bathroom later tonight. After that pizza.
Oh, I see. I was trying to think.
Eating on the toilet? No.
I don't get doo-doo from the intolerance. I just get it just feels like I just ate a whole Thanksgiving dinner. Like I just
Yeah.
Does that resonate with anybody? Anybody relate to that?
Yes.
I don't need you. I don't need you, Elyott. I don't need you and your approval, your tiny approval with your tiny hands.
Oh,
your body's just like
you keep coming back every week.
your body's like, we haven't had cheese in 10 months. We need to keep this forever.
Yeah. Let's let them know how angry we are. It's like a passive aggressive. Thanks for the cheese.
I was gonna say something, but forget it.
Oh, that's right.
Something about stoking racial tensions.
Oh yeah. That was it.
So,
You were saying, Elyott? Sorry.
free Palestine.
Yeah, what's going on with this Palestine Israel? Okay, maybe we don't want to do that, but I sort of feel like I see both sides of it. I'm like, yeah, Palestine, you're great. You got some good points, and I'm like, yeah, Israel, you too. You guys, it just sucks that you guys both want the same piece of land.
Yeah, but one has a huge army, and the other one has little rocks.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anyone's right, and I don't think anyone's necessarily wrong in that. But people feel very strongly about it, according to my Instagram feed.
Yeah, it's true.
Am I off base here? This is not,
No, I don't know enough about I feel I don't know enough about the situation to have an educated not that any of our conversations are educational.
No. Here, we'd like to round up this Palestine-Israel thing on the Ill-Informers in the next 20 minutes.
So long story short, Darren hates the Jews. Okay. Moving along.
It seems like the Palestinians are kind of in the right. It's like they're like being oppressed, and they're being pushed further and further away until there's going to be no land for the Palestinians.
It depends
what's happening.
Depends what you're watching though, because I always try to look at both sides, and I'm like,
Elliott's an Al Jazeera guy. Yeah.
Well, not anymore. I think they blew up the.
They don't have
the press building.
Yeah, it's easy to never mind.
And whereas Nash just follows the regular mainstream media, which is controlled by Israel.
That was a nice way to put it.
You didn't want to say the Jews?
I don't know. It just seems like one of those silly little conflicts that, hopefully will rectify itself.
One of those
no help from me. Whatever.
One of those silly conflicts with hundreds of dead people. Oh, that's so silly.
I'm sorry, this just in. Darren has just solved everything.
Thousands of years of war.
Do you guys have any hang-ups at all? I've got my my strict fruit etiquette.
I hate people trying to help me in the fridge. When I'm looking for something in the fridge, don't fucking help me. I don't need help in the fridge, okay? I don't need you to try to find anything. If I can't find it, I don't want it. It wasn't meant to be. Don't yell from the other room, "Hey, what you looking for?" It's like, I can see. You don't know what's in there. You can't see through my eyes. Why are you trying? You're slowing me down. Oh, it drives me insane.
Does that happen a lot for you?
Yeah, it clearly does.
What were you? May I ask? What were you looking for?
I don't know. Okay.
Don't start, Nash. Don't start.
Sometimes you open the fridge and you just want to browse. Okay.
You just want to get away. You just want to get away from it all.
We're not trying to cool down the neighborhood, Elyott. Close that fridge. Find out what you want.
Yeah.
She's there to help you, guide you.
I get that. I do need help in the fridge though, because I can't find anything. And every time I open a door, I forget what I'm doing, and then.
So I'm that person too. I'm probably on the other end of that, Elyott, because people in my household will be like, open another can of whatever it is, and I'm like, it's right there in the back. Now we have 3 cans of refried beans that are open in the fridge. We have to eat them all in the next 2 days, or they're gonna go off, you guys. But no one, they're like, well, I didn't see it. I'm like, well, no, because you open the fridge, you stand 2 feet away from it, probably like Elyott, and just go, oh, I don't see it. Let's get another one.
How expensive are refried beans?
I've never looked for refried beans in my fridge.
Yeah, I wish they did make smaller cans though. Wouldn't it be nice if they had small? Like I've got coconut milk that I don't need all that coconut milk.
Forget Palestine and Israel. Let's get to canned fruit. Okay, go.
Canned portions, really. It's too much. I like the tuna can. The smaller ones. That'd be handy. Like
or
portions.
Even the tomato paste is
if they were in half cups, if they came in cups. In measurements we actually use, not this like 473 gram fucking can.
And you open that
why do they do
473? Coconut milk for your stir fry, and now you're like, now you know you got to have smoothies for the next 4 days for breakfast just to use it up.
Yeah, I don't know what else I'd use it for.
No.
Besides sex.
You're supposed to open the can, just throwing cans at his lady. Nice. She likes it. It's what we're into.
Yeah, cans on cans.
Using coconut or like tomato paste as a lube, that'd be so gross.
Oh,
doing
mamma
it-
mia.
Yeah.
It's a
the
DiGiorno.
These meatballs are marinated. Espresso.
Going meatball deep.
Nice.
Very nice.
I have
We do
one.
we do use coconut oil as lube in our house. It's the best one. Why would you use anything else? It's the cheapest. It's easy to
How
use.
horrified Darren looks.
I'm like,
Huh? Wait, what?
are you?
But the stir fry. How about the stir fry? It's
I
just a
just-
salad.
Yeah, you can just use coconut oil.
It's not
But-
supposed to go inside. Are you supposed to use a water-based lube, Elyott?
Nope.
Coconut oil is good. because it
Elliott's
also
dick
has
must be so soft.
Like
mean-
a baby's bottom.
yeah,
But yeah, it must be like just
just baby
Smooth.
smooth.
yeah. It
I
is-
use shea butter and coconut oil, and it's delightful.
I feel that's a good side hustle for this podcast. The Ill Informers, Elyott
Dick
Ryan's sex lube, fuck lube.
Oh, I would add like CBD in there or like THC. Add a little bit THC. Add a little bit, a
Elliott's,
little bit, a little bit of shea
Elliott's
butter.
slick licks make any hole a fuck hole.
A cherry pit.
Yeah, fucking gross.
Well said, Nash. Well said. I did go away this week.
Do you remember where?
I just want to say this last week, the best week of my life. Okay, Dan, continue. Sorry.
Was that you being me, or did you legitimately have a great week? Did your coffee business made it through another week?
Fuck
So-
you, you fucking dickhole. No, I was just implying that because you were gone, it was great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I am so myopic in my awareness. I didn't even realize that.
No, it's hard over Zoom. Those little subtleties
Yeah.
in body language, you know.
We'll be together soon, boys.
This is my last one.
I'll bring the coconut oil.
I went to Souk. Have you guys been to Souk?
I've been to Souk. I've been to the
I'm-
potholes. Speaking of fuckholes,
It's like
how was it? Did you go camping? Is that what you're doing?
Oh,
I think those
fuck
potholes are way
camping.
too cold.
No.
No. Was it
Yeah,
more
I
murder?
didn't go to I've never been to the potholes either. I don't think. I may have, but I don't recall.
It's a
No,
cold
Souk-
river. That's
Souk
what it is.
Like, I rented. I hate camping, so I rented a house, like an Airbnb, on the ocean, which was super nice.
Mhm.
But I like Souk town is like a little bit scary. It's a very rustic place, is it not? It's like everywhere you like. It's just hippies and rednecks. That's all that town. It's like every small town in BC. You just
Yeah,
have
it's like terrace. You just described
Yeah.
terrace.
Is that totally?
Mhm.
You just have that dichotomy. There's like people who just, are wear whatever affliction shirts and watch MMA and drive big trucks, and then other people who just make
Have dreadlocks.
whatever,
and-
weave their beards, braid beards, and walk around in sandals. Yeah, it's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's either work boots or sandals.
Yeah.
And they've never bought their kids shoes.
Who needs shoes, man? Nature will provide for us.
You ruin your arch if you wear shoes.
Yeah, I don't need my arch. I don't think I need that.
if it goes away, you didn't need it.
Thank you.
Is that-
Thank you.
yeah.
Just like your
Elyott.
kids.
Yeah,
The
they just
podiatrist.
survival of the fittest.
Are you saying Nash?
It's weird that-
aborted his arches.
It's yeah. It's weird that now people's vacations is just like to go to somebody else's house while they're away. It's like, hey, that's the biggest vacation now. Everybody's just like, hey, what if we lived over here for a week?
Your house
This
is
is like-
nicer than my house. Can I stay there for a week?
And I'll
Ah.
pay you $1,000.
I'll pay you $1,000 to not live at my house. Thank you. This is the Victorian German. This is what this character is.
Whatever it is. I was hoping you'd clarify that just so we don't get a bunch of hate.
Oh, welcome to the capital city.
Oh, there we go. That's good.
Come and enjoy our brew pubs. Yeah. I guess that's more Swedish.
That's pretty good though.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Come. There's no snow.
I like. I'll never stay in a hotel again if I can help it, and I will never camp. I will only Airbnb. That's it, or VRBO or whatever the fuck. I'm never again. Hotels suck.
Or breaking and entering, kidnapping. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything like that. I've only done a couple break and enters. That's it.
They're too expensive.
Hotels?
Yeah.
Expensive. Mm-hmm. You need to. Yeah, you need. If you rent a hotel room, you have to like make the most of it. I always just think, every time I get a hotel room, I get in there and I think, like, what a waste.
Yeah.
Like you're in the city, you go out, you're all day, morning to night, then you come back and sleep for $300 in a shitty room that's covered with God knows what.
Yeah. Others come.
Well, I was thinking, someone maybe ordered
coconut
ribs,
oil,
a bit of barbecue sauce on the remote control. I don't. Yeah.
Why is there so much coconut oil all over this duvet? It really smells like coconut and semen in this.
Elyott.
I had to clean B&Bs once, or for a little while.
Like Airbnbs or bees?
Yeah, and they're
clean bees.
It's a shit business. Airbnb is a shit business because if you don't clean it, I don't know how they make any money.
Sorry. Okay.
I quit. Sorry.
That was all
Elyott,
for you,
Elyott,
Nash.
please go back to your story about cleaning toilets.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, don't be like that.
Doesn't fucking matter, okay? Just move on.
So you were a chambermaid?
I'm talking about this podcast. We all just got to move on.
Did you get to wear a sexy little dress? Did you wear a little?
I didn't have to, but I chose to.
You show up in that like classic maid outfit, sexy Halloween maid.
The little duster.
Oh, I'm ready to clean.
What's the worst thing you did in anyone's room?
Nothing. I'm very straight. What do you mean the worst thing I did?
Like, or I guess the worst
cleaned
thing.
it.
You didn't jerk
I was never
off
cleaning.
I was never. You didn't fuck anyone in the rooms. You didn't sit back, drink the mini bar, have it charged to them. And
yeah, there was like I came up once to this B&B and there was like this orgy happening, and I'm like, "What are you guys doing here? You're supposed to have checked out." And they're like, "Well, we can't check out now. We got dicks and asses." And
we're checking you out. Yeah.
And then they're like, "Hey, how about you give us 2 more hours and you can join?"
We're looking for a late checkout. Yeah. Wow.
Then I fucked them all.
Is Elyott getting drilled by 6 guys from
outfit,
Soup?
I can see that.
Yeah.
How would you ask your partner to try a strap-on? Like, if you wanted your partner to be like, "Hey, we should try a strap-on," how would you bring that up? Would you be like, "Hey"?
I just have to not say not tonight.
She already has the hardware.
It's ready. She just hangs it on the wall as a power move, I think.
That's your.
What about you, Darren?
I don't know. I think I would do subtly leave it on the hang it on the bedside stand and then just go.
Did we get a new bat? What is this?
What's that? Oh, and look, Elyott gave me this lube for my asshole. I don't know. I mean, maybe if you have anything else to do tonight, we could. Yeah. I think it's a difficult
But you can't return it, so I think I'd ask first because you can't. You just there would
No,
definitely.
you can't. You
I
can
wouldn't
give it
want,
to the Goodwill though.
I wouldn't want there to be a strap on, to have a strap on and it never being used. You know, I don't want it to like it's like a fallen soldier or something, right?
I think
He
it,
went
Sort of
too young.
tragedy.
and
yeah.
what's
Like a violin that's never been played.
like a Stradivarius. This is sweet. I think the most key question though is what gauge, do you call it gauge, of strap on are you gonna get?
Are they fucking you in the ear?
Yeah, I
The
don't know. What
earlobe?
do you call, like it's
You start tiny. You start tiniest.
Mhm.
yeah, it's like what are you going for? And also too, I think the biggest thing though would be like she has to be into it. If she's like, if it's something where you're like, I want to get pegged, and she's like, oh, fine, you fucking weirdo, I'll peg you. That's not gonna do it for me. She has to be like the way it would actually get done would be she'd have to come home and be like, I've got this. Fucking bam, bam. Okay, you little bitch. Fucking grab the side of the bed.
Open her up.
Yeah, and then I'd be like, oh, yes, ma'am. That's the only way it's gonna happen. If I brought it, she was like, yes, I'll do this for you, fine. I would just be like, I'm not into it.
Yeah.
Darren's opening up more than everything post COVID.
Mm. Yeah.
I think I might be the opposite. I might be like,
Really?
well, not the complete opposite, like kind of in the middle. Like, I don't want her to call me a bitch. I'd be like, hey,
That goes with the territory,
wants to
though.
be pegged tenderly with intimacy. Is that what I'm understanding?
I want her to make love to my ass, not
Yeah,
Oh,
face to
fuck it.
face, face to face.
Just. Oh God. Yeah, maybe.
It's just Elyott being held like a tiny marionette.
like a puppet. Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
a weak little marionette. Very cute. The strange hinges.
I'm thinking of taking testosterone to become a man. Do you think that's a good idea?
To start
But whatever you're
transitioning
gluing
into a
on your
man?
face, it's
I
passing
want
his
to
facial hairs.
transition. I want to transition into a man. Do you think you guys think it could happen?
I think
Yeah, I don't see the point. I don't know if that's really what the problem is.
it's more about the attitude. Is that what you're saying?
Attitude's a lot to do with it. You gotta stop wearing backpacks. I think that'll help.
Stop calling my map.
Yeah. Do you not feel like a man?
Sometimes, but people don't treat me like a man. I feel like a man on the inside, but people don't see a man on the outside.
Okay, Darren, just a side note, if we don't get this right, there's going to be a national tragedy. Okay, Elyott, so
okay.
so what
He's the non-celled incel. Okay. All right, go.
yeah, okay, so people don't treat you like a man? Is that you feel disrespected sometimes in public?
No, just like I don't know. Like every time I get my hair cut, the person thinks I'm in high school still.
Right. Yeah.
And that
every time I get like I have to get ID'd at a liquor store, you know, they're like, "Oh, wow, you're way older than I thought you were," and then they snicker.
Okay, so do you go to a different hairdresser every time, or is it the same hairdresser? Not.
I go to a different one.
You go to a different hairdresser every time?
Yeah. I don't commit, okay? I can't commit to a hairdresser. Because I never like my hair. I never like my haircut. So why would I go to the same person I didn't like them from?
That might be a problem, not on the hairdresser.
Yeah, I know, Darren. Fuck you.
Wait. Elliott's bad at communicating. Dude, interesting. Yeah, because I try and find one and I just keep going back to them because I know them. Then that social lube is.
I always try to go
coconut oil. Back to the loop. Thanks, D. And then
I don't know how to find a hairdresser that works for me. Okay.
Well, what are you looking for? That's pretty easy.
I go to the fancy one. And they give me a terrible haircut.
Just because it's got the word super in it doesn't mean it's fancy.
I go to the the hipster one, and I'm like, they're gonna do a good job, and then it's shit. I go to the people that are medium level, it's shit. I go to the person, the low level hair cutter, they do an amazing job, and I come back there and they're nowhere to be seen. They're
Right.
gone. They've flown on.
You
Well,
need
why didn't you ask? Be like, hey, where'd that person go?
because they killed them. They can't tell Elyott where they've gone. But asking so many questions.
Okay,
I
so
don't know
Back to
their
middle
name.
school.
You want me
It's
to just
just-
like play? You want me to just like, hey, where'd that girl with the hair and she was like that, and then she left.
It does come off
Yeah.
creepy too.
You know what's interesting? It isn't the subtleties. I could see. I think that's a lot of life about how people are treated, or in these little subtle moments. Like I'm sure Darren gets a lot of senior stuff, like people opening doors for you and
I can't complain about the 10% discount.
discounts. I was gonna say, yeah. One time, I for Halloween, I dressed up. Working in a coffee shop at the time, I dressed up as a super hipster, like super low cut V. I got temporary tattoos and did my whole sleeve. I got stupid fucking glasses,
And
slicked hair back, tight pants, even tighter pants. And I was so surprised on how different. I was unrecognizable, and I was so surprised. Like I shaved. I was so surprised how everybody treated me.
Like better
Totally
or worse?
different. Worse. People would make eye contact with me. It was like because I'm on bar and I could see everybody in line, and it was an interesting experience.
Did you put the attitude with it too? A lot of the prancing kind of like snobbery of I'm better than. Did you?
No,
did
I
that all?
acted pretty normal, and then just I could feel the judgment and people just not engaging with me.
You must have been able to just crush puss though that day. Was that not?
He went
Yes,
through
I
so
killed-
much
I-
coconut oil.
I killed 3 cats for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that was an option. It kind of blew all my confidence away. So it was interesting.
That's so strange because I would have thought the opposite, but you do hear that from people who have that
Who put on a fat suit?
yeah, but but when they not like they put on a fat suit, get treated differently, get treated poorly, but also people who are like very kind of like well put together, which it sounds like you made a valiant attempt at that. And then they go, yeah, people won't talk to you. People just like kind of assume you're an asshole, without just looking at you and go, oh, look at that cunt. I'm not gonna talk to him.
I did look like one, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that Tyra Banks? Is that the model? Who's that?
There's a model.
Yeah, where she had a show, but she put on a fat suit one time, walked down the street, and then
was in tears after.
She just started crying so hard because she could not believe how people treated overweight people.
Yeah.
Anyway, very sad. Good podcast topic.
I think this is good. I think we're getting into some real work. We'll circle back to Elyott, but we're really covering the whole gamut.
Should we all just wear fat suits and live our lives?
Dude, I just gotta eat. I gotta eat 2 more pieces of pizza, and I'm there.
Yeah. Give them. Yeah.
At least I'll get a discount on my fat suit because like, sir, you're already halfway there.
Could imagine going in to buy a fat suit. And they're
It's just a
like,
suit. They're just gonna give me a suit. This is just a shirt. You just gave me a shirt here. These pockets are big and nice, but I don't know what. Yeah. So you feel, interesting. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, Elyott.
Sometimes.
I think
like
Elyott,
people, like I tell people I have kids, and they're like, "What?"
Yeah,
You've had sex twice.
I think Elyott, you have to. It's how you view it, and the kind of lens through which you yourself see that and see yourself.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know that. Oh,
do you feel better now, Elyott? Do you feel better now?
I feel better. It's just the way I looked at it. It was all in my head.
So what are you missing out on? Like, what do you want? Like, you want respect physically, like in the lineup at Costco or something?
He already tried boxing. He's like, Elyott just walking around mean mugging people, and people going, "Oh, is that cute?"
Yeah, everybody thinks they can beat me up, and I'm like, I've been training 5 years in boxing.
Elyott, I could throw you on. I could throw you on the fucking roof. I think.
I'm gonna learn. I'm taking jiu-jitsu next, and then let's go.
Yeah. Still, if you're, no matter how many martial arts you learn, if you're still 108 pounds, it's not gonna. Nash will still be able to throw you on the roof.
I just gotta get a hold of you, and then I'll eat
It's
you.
a scrappy little guy, though.
Yeah.
By the time I learn jiu-jitsu, Nash will be like 308, and then be like,
It's gonna be like my favorite movie trope ever, where the kid gets really angry and starts hitting that big guy, and then he's slowly like he slowly starts crying, and then it turns into a hug. That's what our fight's gonna be like. Huh?
Well, we can't help you, Elyott. So,
did you try praying? Well, you don't want to do anything physical anyway, right?
I tried pomegranate juice.
You think, because I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I think you do have a bit of an ego. Is that correct?
He's gonna fight you right now.
Dude, look at that way he reacted. That's such a big ego way to react.
Do I have an ego? Yeah, everybody has an ego.
Yeah.
I didn't understand your question, Nash. You meant, are you arrogant? Nash was asking you.
Do you find yourself? Do you think you have a big ego relative to your I don't know, your close 20 circle?
No. I think I'm smart, but I also think I am an idiot.
Right.
Are you a Gemini?
No. Fuck off. I think horoscopes are the biggest shit ever. I used to have a bigger ego. I've meditate and I'm pretty amazing. I'm a pretty amazing meditator, and over the years my ego has quelled, and now I realize where I am in the human paradigm, the hierarchy of the humans. And I'd say I have less an ego, but
I think also,
comedy kind of crushes your ego. You're like, I'm great, and then this crowd's like, no, you're not, bud. And you're like, right?
I was just talking about this with a friend. I think sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. I think it can inject. It doesn't change your ego, or no, it doesn't make your ego grow or small. It just injects it with a different thing. Like either you become more humble and more attuned to it and maybe a bit more sensitive to it, or you get hardened, and as soon as you get kind of good, then you're like, I know everything. No?
Yeah.
All right. You know what I mean?
As somebody who crushes,
bags of cherries?
Yeah, peaches. Some pomegranates.
That was a great callback, Darren. You didn't even laugh. That was for you.
I laughed. You couldn't hear it. It wasn't, the mic didn't pick it up. Sorry.
Yeah, you gotta. Whatever.
Obviously, if you're doing good, then you can think yourself better than you are, or.
No, I think it's horrifying to do comedy, but you're right. It can't, if you know you can go in and do well. That's one thing. I've never known that feeling, but then it is that definitely like I've had some of the worst drives back to Sydney when you just went in and just 5 minutes. I've been working all week on these jokes, and you go in and it's just silence or palpable disdain in the room, and you're just like, oh, and don't even stick around to like put on a good face. You're like, I'll just have a beer and hang out. You're just like, bye everyone. Just try back to.
Nobody says anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the worst one I ever had, I had a really bad set, and I left the food truck to do the set, and I had to go back to the food truck to close it. So then I had to clean a deep fryer by myself after just eating shit. The worst night ever.
I think, Elyott, I know it's hard to believe now, as weathered and kind of Nick Nolte-ish as I am, that I too used to have that.
Okay, you're Randy Quaid, just saying.
Okay.
Not Nick Nolte, but Randy Quaid. Okay, continue.
Okay,
just so everyone knows, Randy Quaid. Okay, and take that again. But
I used to have that same issue till I was about in my early 30s, where people would be like, I would tell people how old I was, and they would be flabbergasted because I'd looked so young. I don't know why, but eventually I will tell you it goes away. So enjoy it now. If people are like, oh,
You
hey,
thought-
how's it going? I don't think you can buy liquor. And you pull it out. You're like, hey, I'm 24, however old you are. And just enjoy that. Enjoy it right now, because it will. Life's gonna beat you down and run you through a meat grinder, and you'll get spat out the other
A
end.
very small meat grinder, but yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm liking getting older. I feel like it's nice. I don't want to be that old as Darren, but yeah.
You'll never be as old as me. I'll always
Yeah,
be
I kind of-
older than-
I kind of
True.
feel like I'm the best I've ever been. Like, I don't know if Darren can feel the
Comes
same
the
way.
ego
But
Yeah,
again.
no ego in that statement. I'm the
What,
best.
you-
I'm best I've ever been.
how is that ego?
Sorry, let me take it again. I'm the best I've ever been.
You think your 18-year-old self is better than you now?
No.
That'd be
No.
terrible.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think this is the thing, is I don't think my 18-year-old self was better than I am now, but I know if I went to visit my 18-year-old self, or my 18-year-old self came and looked at me now, they would be vastly disappointed. And what's it? What? This is it? Fuck.
That'd be way better than like, dude, this is awesome.
You each got your own room and some curtains, not
Dude,
flags.
you can jerk off whenever you want.
Unlimited coconut oil.
Amazing. Look at all these peaches in the fridge. Look at all these refried beans.
The half can.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Should we leave it at that?
No. No, yeah.
No?
No, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, what? No. We're
Please.
good.
Please.
I think I had a bigger ego when I first started comedy. But
Yeah.
I just think, I don't know. I have this weird underlying thing. Like, I always think I could be one of the greats, but I know
Greats of
where I
what?
am
Of what? Of what? Sorry.
of comedy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I have an underlying.
Talking
I
about
don't know.
cherry eaters.
Boxing.
Yeah.
I think, but I'm also realistic and know that I'm probably not going to achieve that. But there's always a part of me that's like, well, you kind of need that.
Who's
to
that
feel like you
for?
can-
To
What?
be the great. Is that for you, or is that for?
It's to brag. It's to show about
Yeah.
and push it into other people's face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can imagine what you were like when you were younger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
'cause I was
world's
like-
smallest playground bully.
Because to be like to be the greatest, I feel is to basically that's in the eyes of everybody else. You know? Do you think that's a healthy
Yeah.
way to look at it?
No, I've changed my perspective.
No, you just.
Oh, because you used to think, yeah, right.
Yeah, I think that's. I think
It's
that
still
early.
it's still in there, but there's like I've added some layers on top of that and more realism and more what
dick jokes.
what I can
dick
probably
jokes to the
actually
top.
achieve.
I think I think that you talk about. I think we're like, oh, this is great. I'm really good at this. That's definitely when you first start doing something, anything, because the learning curve is always like that, whether it's comedy or boxing or whatever. So as soon as you have that liftoff point, you go, this is it, baby. I'm fucking doing this. And then if you manage to
didn't-
stick with it a couple of years past that, you realize that you're like, oh no, this is incredibly difficult and a long, hard slog.
There is a name for that. I forget what it is, but the more you know about something, the more there's a point where you tip, where you realize there's actually don't know way more than you
Yeah.
actually know. But then there's this midpoint of people that make YouTube videos that have been in it like 2 years and think they know
Yeah.
everything.
I didn't think I was good at the beginning. I thought I was shitty, but I for some reason I felt like I have potential in this.
Mhm, mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
And it's not about the clout, but it should be, oh, this is gonna be dumb. It should be about like
Can I guess what you're about to say? It
Yeah.
should be about the experience and doing it for
Yeah.
yourself.
yeah, that's basically
Yeah.
what it's like. Just doing the best gosh darn job that you yourself could do. Just knowing you You gave it 120%.
I
It's
think
just
that's
skateboarding,
actually
baby. It's skateboarding.
Yeah.
I think that's actually a terrible mental I think that's a scapegoat. I think I think you need a little bit of angst. You need to be a little bit of like, I have to achieve something. Because if you're like, I'm just happy where I am, then you're not going to stay where you are.
No, not about being happy where you are, but about doing a good job of it. I think of like doing the best job and wanting to get better.
Yeah.
Always, right? Like skateboarding,
I always try to
woodworking, jerking off.
That's the end of the podcast. Thanks, you guys. Thank you for listening to another episode. I've been Elyott Ryan. See you guys.
Stay safe out there.
Bye.
This is
Bye.
my last one. This is my last one.